We're getting ready for a socially distanced upcoming City Council meeting set for Monday, the 10th day of August, 2020. From Farmers Branch City Hall, this is the 117th edition of Council Countdown on FBTV. Hello again, everyone. I'm Tom Bryson. During the next few minutes, we're going to go into detail on the upcoming City Council consent agenda and run down other items on the regular agenda at this first regular meeting in August. First up, after a report on study session, members of the council will consider items placed on the consent portion of the agenda. There are 9 items on the August 10th consent agenda. Agenda item H1 is to consider approving the City Council meeting minutes for July 28th. H2 is to consider adopting ordinance number 3644, amending ordinance number 3619, ordering a general election to be held on November 3rd, 2020 for the purpose of electing City Council members for Mayor and District 2, designating polling places, ordering notice of election, and authorizing execution of a joint election contract. Due to the COVID-19 pandemic, Governor Abbott has extended early voting dates and times to allow voters more flexibility. The order also includes expansion of in-person delivery of mail ballots. The proposed ordinance number 3644 amends the original order of election to include these updates, designates polling locations, and provides for a notice of a general election to be held in the City of Farmers Branch on the 3rd day of November, 2020. City Administration recommends adopting ordinance number 3644. Agenda item H3 is to consider adopting ordinance number 3646, amending the City of Farmers Branch Code of Ordinances, Chapter 82, Traffic and Vehicles, Article 2, Division 6, Section 82-95, amending no parking zones on Mercer Parkway. The city has recognized an issue with parking on eastbound Mercer Parkway from Chartwell Crest to Commerce Street. The design of the roadway allows for 2 lanes of traffic in each direction and being separated by a median. The configuration does not allow for parking on either side of the roadway. However, due to the apartment complexes being built adjacent to the roadway, parking on the roadway has become an issue. In the interest of traffic safety and to allow better traffic movement along Mercer Parkway, city staff has determined vehicles parked along both sides of the street create a hazard for traffic entering and exiting driveways along Mercer Parkway due to decreased site visibility. City Administration recommends adopting ordinance number 3646. Agenda item H4 is to consider approving resolution number 2020-090, authorizing a partial release and quitclaim of a 10-foot wide sanitary sewer easement located within Lot 3, Stanford Corporate Center, filing number 2. The owner of the property, which is known as JPI's Jefferson East Branch Multifamily Development, has requested the city to consider abandoning a portion of a sanitary sewer easement that falls within the project limits of the property. The site plan for this project was approved in late 2018 and is located between the Dallas North Tollway and Inwood Road north of Alpha. As part of the site plan approval, the developer was required to relocate an existing sanitary sewer line that fell under the proposed building footprint. The site plan was approved subject to the sewer line being relocated. At this time, the sanitary sewer line has been relocated into Inwood Road, and the sewer line within the easement has been abandoned. City Administration recommends approval of resolution number 2020-090. Agenda item H5 is to consider approving resolution number 2020-094, authorizing the city manager to execute a street improvement deferral agreement with CP Logistics Valley View, LLC. CP Logistics Valley View is the sole owner of an 8-acre tract of land addressed at 1701 Valley View Lane. The final plat of Valley View Logistics Edition Lot 1, Block 1 was recently approved by the Planning and Zoning Commission on June 8. Now, the street improvement deferral agreement is required as part of the development process and is associated with the final plat. The developer is responsible for street improvements on Keenan Bridge Road. However, at this time, it is not in the best interest for the city for a small portion of the roadway to be constructed. The agreement allows for the deferral of improvements once future redevelopment occurs along the roadway. This development is responsible for an approximate 385 linear foot by 20 foot wide portion of Keenan Bridge Road, inclusive of street pavement, curb and gutters, and sidewalks, designed and constructed in accordance with the development regulations adjacent to the property. The developer has requested that construction of the street improvements be delayed and funds for the improvement placed in escrow. The project cost of these improvements is estimated at $128,637. The funds will be held until used or for a maximum of 10 years. City Administration recommends approval of resolution number 2020-094. Agenda item H6 is to consider approving resolution number 2020-096, allowing a temporary carnival for the Mary Immaculate Catholic Church Annual Parish Fall Festival located at 2800 Valwood Parkway to be held on October 3rd. The comprehensive zoning ordinance allows a temporary carnival or circus in all zoning districts if prior approval is granted by passage of a resolution of the City Council for such use. A request was submitted by Mary Immaculate Catholic Church at 2800 Bellwood Parkway requesting permission to host their 2020 annual Fall Festival on October 3rd, which will include the use of an outdoor amplified PA system. This year's event will be offered in a different format given the COVID-19 pandemic to allow for social distancing practices. There will be two basic areas of physical activity in the church parking lot: market vendor booths and designated food trucks, ensuring proper social distancing guidelines. Other areas of the Fall Festival, including a raffle and silent auction, will be provided in an online format. Last year, approval was granted to host the Fall Festival with the provision in the resolution allowing for the use of an outdoor amplified PA system until 9 p.m. on Saturday. The same provision has been included in this proposed resolution. This provision does not allow the event to violate the city's noise ordinance. City administration recommends approval of resolution number 2020-096. Agenda item H7 is to consider approving resolution number 2020-098, authorizing the city manager to execute an advance funding agreement between the state of Texas and the city of Farmers Branch for portions of the West Side Art Trail. In November 2019, City Council approved resolution number 2019-163, authorizing the city manager to execute a local transportation project advance funding agreement between the Texas Department of Transportation and the city. TxDOT has contacted the city and requested approval of a resolution that omits the words local transportation project. This resolution reflects the state's request. The remainder of the resolution and funding of the agreement are the same as what was approved last November. The AFA details the responsibilities of the city and state regarding the $4.5 million agreement for portions of the West Side Art Trail. As a reminder, the West Side Art Trail is a public-private partnership to construct a 12-foot wide share use path or trail from the City of Farmers Branch, Dallas Area Rapid Transit, or Dart Light Rail Station to the Campion Trail in Irving. Sustainability staff has negotiated an advance funding agreement with TxDOT for two portions of the West Side Art Trail. The two portions of the trail are covered in this agreement. That is the Campion Trail in Irving, along Valley View to Mercer Parkway, and Emerald Street to the Dallas Area Rapid Transit Light Rail Station on Denton Drive in Farmers Branch. City administration recommends approval of resolution number 2020-098. Agenda item H8 is to consider approving resolution number 2020-088, approving a construction project by the Valwood Improvement Authority of Dallas County, Texas, to be financed with the Valwood Improvement Authority of Dallas County, Texas Unlimited Tax Bond Series 2020. The Valwood Improvement Authority, a district created by the Texas legislature for the purpose of providing flood control, intends to issue the authority's remaining bond authorization at a special meeting to be held in August. Valwood statute, codified in Chapter 7808 of the Special District's Local Law Code, requires that projects must be approved before the contract is awarded by any municipality in which the improvement or facilities are to be constructed. However, no city approval of the bonds is required for the Valwood Improvement Authority to issue the bonds, nor does the city incur any financial obligation to repay the bondholders in the event of a default. In 2015, the city approved the Valwood Improvement Authority's plans for the construction of a bridge at the Burlington Northern Railroad and Farmers Branch Creek, including channel work east of the railroad and the excavation of Cell A Lake for the purpose of providing detention storage for Mercer Crossing. After approximately 2 years of construction, the bridge work was completed, but the channel was never concrete lined due to heavy rain and flooding following completion of the bridge work. After several unsuccessful dewatering attempts by the contractor left the job and never returned to finish. The $7.5 million in the authority's bonds is needed to finish the channel work, complete landscaping around Mercer Lake, excavate a channel in the Mercer Crossing area, and make some needed repairs to the authority's pump station and storm sewer head walls in their Cell B Lake. City staff has previously reviewed the plans and specifications for the construction projects and have sufficient information that the improvements comply with the city's floodplain ordinance. City administration recommends approval of resolution number 2020-088. And agenda item H9 is to consider approving resolution number 2020-104, awarding a bid and authorizing the city manager to execute a contract with Illuminations by Greenlee for installation of tree lighting and illumination of Rawhide Park. Rawhide Park is one of the most heavily used parks in the Farmers Branch Park system. Residents and visitors alike use the park both at night and day for recreational activities. The trail is used most heavily in the early morning hours and in the evening by walkers and joggers. Downlighting in the trees will enhance the aesthetics of the park as well as make park users feel more comfortable using the trail at dawn and after dusk. Currently, there is only one power source in the park at Josie Lane and Rawhide Parkway. That service will be upgraded and 2 additional power supplies will be installed in the project to provide the necessary power. The project includes 171 downlights that will spread puddles of moonlight through the trees and onto the ground, similar to the lighting in the Bird Sanctuary and the West Rose Garden. The project also includes 4 uplights in select trees. An additional 3 floodlights will shine across the top of the water for added effect. Originally, the estimate of this project was $170,000. The lowest actual bid from Illuminations by Greenlee was in the amount of $188,561. Fortunately, due to reductions in expenditures earlier in the year, staff has identified $18,561 in the ground maintenance account that can be used to offset the additional cost to complete this project. Illuminations by Greenlee has completed similar projects for the City of Farmers Branch in the past. The estimated time to complete the project is 60 calendar days. City Administration recommends approval of Resolution number 2020-104. That was it for the consent agenda. Here are the other items coming up before the Council on their regular agenda at this meeting. Agenda item I-1 is to conduct a public hearing and consider adopting ordinance number 3645 to amend the comprehensive zoning ordinance, including but not limited to amending Article 3.3, measurement and exceptions as it relates to front-facing garages. Agenda item I-2 is to conduct a public hearing and consider adopting ordinance number 3648 relative to the Farmers Branch Youth Program Standards of Care in compliance with the Texas Human Resource Code, Chapter 42.041B14. Agenda item J1 is to consider adopting ordinance number 3647, amending Chapter 2, Administration, Article 3, Code of Ethics by amending Section 2-278, Definitions, to add definitions of campaign contribution and discretionary contract, and amending annual certification and adding Section 2-287, prohibiting campaign contributions to council candidates. Agenda item J2 is to consider adopting ordinance number 3643, amending Plan Development number 99, approximately 247 acres, located generally on the south side of Valley View Lane, east and west of Luna Road, and approximately 19.5 acres located on the south side of LBJ Freeway, approximately 1,070 feet east of Luna Road, including but not limited to amending Article 8, Administration and Appendices as it relates to development performances, standards, and uses. Agenda item J3 is to consider approving resolution number 2020-085, authorizing the Second Amendment to the Master Development Agreement with CADG Mercer Crossing Holdings, LLC, and agenda item J4 is to consider approving resolution number 2020-099 for a detailed site plan for a retail store on a 0.3-acre tract located at the northwest corner of Valley View Lane and Interstate 35E frontage road. In addition, the Council may recess into closed session, but will then reconvene into regular session to take any necessary action. And that will do it for the August 10th agenda. Every regular meeting of the Farmers Branch City Council can be seen live here on FBTV, that is cable channel 16 in Farmers Branch, AT&T UVerse channel 99 throughout the Dallas-Fort Worth Metroplex, or online at farmersbranchtx.gov. This City Council information program will be made available simultaneous to the agenda posting on the Friday before each regular council meeting and will air prior to the live meeting, as well as before all council meeting replays here on FBTV. That replay schedule is at 6 p.m., 7 days a week. All meetings are subject to change, so stay tuned to FBTV for any updates and more information. In the meantime, the August 10th meeting of the City Council starts at 6 p.m. this Monday evening here at Farmers Branch City Hall. We hope to see you here. Until then, I'm Tom Bryson. You're watching continuing coverage of the Farmers Branch City Council on FBTV. Please stay with us.